Talked a lot all week about the role Donald Trump's family played at the convention in Cleveland, as well as the high praise and intense scrutiny they got for their speeches over the course of the week. But Mike, let's ask a different question about Cleveland. Besides Donald Trump and his Von Trump family speakers, who or what are the other winners and losers of this past week in Cleveland?
My winners are going to be the law enforcement, Mark, both inside and outside the convention. If you're a member of the police, a local constable, you have to be feeling good about yourself after this week in Cleveland. Outside, there were the police walked around in packs. It was a little bit jarring if you turn the corner and see 15 of them walking by in dark uniforms and rifles. But within seconds, there were people from the street almost on top of them, thanking them, giving them high fives, fist bumps, thanking them for being there and keeping the peace. Inside, whether it was on stage or in the crowd, the Blue Lives Matter is going to, right or wrong, is going to be one of the memorable lines from this week. And otherwise, for all the talk about jobs, the only thing close to detail I heard really was if you're a police officer, they want to round up and deport undocumented immigrants. They want to guard the border. And the other memorable line, lock her up. And they want to lock up Hillary Clinton. My losers, Ted Cruz. I just think there was a major miscalculation from him on stage to decide to go on stage and not endorse Trump. This vote your conscience line, another good line from the week, is not going to, you're not going to get that past this crowd, and that I think people will remember that 4 years from now. Yep. How about you, Mark?
Well, my winners is Cleveland, and my losers are the protesters. Look, there's no doubt Cruz is a big loser, but I'll explain why I chose the protesters in a second. Cleveland did great, not just law enforcement, but the whole city ran well. It's always going to be crowded, streets closed, and other inconveniences. But there's new restaurants. People could not have been friendlier. And if cities go for their convention, to host the conventions in order to be kind of like a 4-day advertisement for the city and its attractions, Cleveland did great. I found everybody had a great time, and Cleveland wouldn't necessarily be people's first choice. The protesters, along with Ted Cruz, I think are the big losers of the week. So much buildup about how they were going to not just disrupt the convention, but break through with a message about Trump and the Republican Party, other things. And while there were some protests both inside and outside the hall, including one during Donald Trump's acceptance speech last night, they didn't do anything to break through in a way that dominated the messaging and offered any sort of rivalry with the Republican main event inside. So good week for Cleveland, bad week, I thought, for the protesters.
Yeah, as a Cleveland native, Mark, I agree with your winners on that one. I might be biased, but doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Yeah, okay.